107.5 WBLS. Classic song from Miss Sade, Is It a Crime? Welcome inside the Quiet Storm. That song is a personal favorite from our very, very special guest who is sitting down with us tonight for the very first time. It is a pleasure and honor to welcome a dynamic young lady who is really on the rise and doing some phenomenal things. She's born under the sign of Virgo. I'm born under the sign of Virgo, so needless to say, we bring the heat pretty strongly. But it's nice to welcome Miss Angela Simmons to the Quiet Storm. Hi.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm great. Excited to be here.
You're vibrant. You're full of energy. You're excited about life,
Thanks.
and I love that.
Thank you so much.
What have you been up to?
Man, what have I not been up to? I'm doing so much. I mean, I have a website, shop.angelim.com, and I've been working on that. Currently working on a presentation for Tuesday for Fashion Week, so that's been taking up a lot of my time. Television stuff, I'm all over the place right now.
That's a wonderful thing.
Yes.
And you know what? Many people, and here's what I love about you so far, that you have an agenda. And I think you have a goal in life.
I do.
And what's your goal?
My goal? You want me to break it down to you the short way or the quick way?
Let's do a short way.
Okay, well, honestly, I just would like to expand my business and really to influence young females out there. I have my own event that I'm working on. It's called Girl Talk Takeover, and my partner and I work on that, and it's for young females. Empowering. It's a really great thing we do with the Boys and Girls Club, and that's really important to me, and that was a reward that I got of last year. I did that for young females, and that made me the happiest, so that's something I'm going to continue to work on, and yeah. Is
that something, I mean, obviously you felt there was a need for empowerment
yes.
of young ladies. So what did you feel that was missing?
Well, I just feel like a lot of young women are looking for somebody to look up to or what to do next, and I feel like sometimes the new good is bad, and I want to make sure that they know that it's okay to be good, and if I could be a help in any way, then I definitely would like to help and encourage young girls to be good and to do things the right way, and that's the right way to be.
You come from great stock, with a dad, Reverend Dad, Uncle, Brother Russell. I can see where your spirit is.
Thank you.
And I checked out your website, Angela I Am. And you cover the spectrum. You cover the spectrum from music. You cover the spectrum from fashion. You cover the spectrum from fitness. I didn't realize that you were into yoga.
I love fitness. Yeah, my uncle actually introduced me to yoga about, I want to say like 2 years ago. And he took me one day and I was like, I love this. Wow. So I'm kind of into that and boxing and just training in general. It does something for me. Working out right before you start your day is the right energy burst. I need that.
What time do you start your day?
It depends. If I have to get up and be somewhere at 8, then maybe I'm up at 6 working out.
Like that,
And if I can't get to the gym, I'll just do some jump roping in the living room and crunches and call it a day.
I'm going to talk to you. I just came off of a diet, so I'm going to talk with you and kind of get your advice on that in a little while. But we want to talk about some other things in general.
Yeah.
This is the time of the night, Angela, where I do about topics.
Okay.
So my topic tonight is, should you accept expensive gifts from someone that you don't plan on dating seriously? Now, I don't know if you've been down that lane before.
Well, I could tell you, I don't think that's really a smart move, because if you don't plan on being serious with this person, you don't want to lead them on too far. I mean, a friendly gift is not necessarily a bad gift, but it depends on what the intention is. I mean, would you really take a car from somebody if you don't ever want to talk to them again?
Look, somebody who I met a long time ago, I didn't even know her. She gave me a cell phone. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is too expensive. I don't even know you like this. So you're talking about a car.
I took it far. I'm sorry.
That's really crazy. Angela Simmons is with us tonight. I want you to give her a call if you'd like to talk one-to-one with her at 1-855-453-6694. Or don't forget to look at us on live, because I'm going to continue the conversation with her, and we'll talk a little bit more in depth about a few things. But welcome inside the Quiet Storm. We're talking about confessions of love right now. Should you accept expensive gifts from someone that you don't plan on dating seriously? Thank you for watching Behind the Scenes, and thank you for joining us all around the country. This beautiful lady really needs no introduction, because her face has been everywhere. It's been plastered for a nice long time. We got to really know her on Run's House, which was really nice. Really, really nice. It kind of exposed, and it gave us a great idea of how your mom and dad, brought you guys up, and eloquently.
Thank you.
Tough love when it needed to be. Of course, you probably didn't appreciate it.
I mean, I appreciate it. And honestly, I have 4 parents, which a lot of people don't know. I have a stepmom, a stepdad, a mom, and a dad.
Wow.
So I had a lot of guidance and a lot of different perspectives. So that really helped.
And how much do you feed and tapped into that, like as you were really starting to look at life? And
well, they've been great. I mean, my parents are so inspiring to me, and I look up to them and everything that they do and how they raised me. They definitely raised me right. Like I said, like I feel like I have a nice balance. And having, 4 parents is such a blessing for me. It's been a true blessing.
And a lot of things have been a blessing. I just want to know, when did you get bit that fashion was going to be the avenue that you were going to go down? Because I know you went to, Fashion of High School.
Yes.
And then you went to FIT. So I get that. But when did it happen before then? Like what sparked it?
I was 9 when I realized I wanted to be a fashion designer. And one day, my uncle Danny Simmons, took me to one of his art galleries, and I was just so amazed that you could do art for a living. So when I went home, I was doing art, and then I realized, wait, I love fashion, I love art. You put the two together, and what do you get? You're a fashion designer. So I would draw things around the house, and my brothers and sisters would laugh at me and tell me I make like vacuums as bell bottoms. But I knew early what I wanted to do, and my parents were super supportive of everything that I wanted to do growing up. So that really helps everything.
Yeah, the first line of stuff that you came out on pastry.
Yes.
You definitely took an edge. Did you have any kind of, did you do a test before you actually ventured into this?
Well, my sister and I were partners, and, we just kind of thought of a creative idea, and we just went for it with that. That was our first business venture together, and it was a lot of fun, and we grew and learned so much from that. And now I've kind of spun off into my own world, and I have my own website, and I'm creating my own line.
More pressure on you.
Yeah, my pressure, but good pressure.
Family
pressure.
I don't think you move away from challenges, do you?
No. If I'm not challenged, what's the point?
I hear you, but a lot of people don't have the drive to face obstacles. I think that's the hardest thing, whether you're an adult sometimes.
Yeah.
And truly, when you're a young person, obstacles is often hard to overcome.
Yeah.
How would you say, what's your best way in giving advice to people who are faced with obstacles and they don't know how to get around them?
Well, I just think it's important to face yourself and to, take it one step at a time. We all deal with a lot of stress and a lot of stuff in life, but when you learn to face yourself and to take it one step at a time, it really helps. So, you can't take in everything all at once. And I've learned that that's when the stress kicks in, is when you're trying to do too much. Yeah. So if you just go one thing at a time, that helps. Totally.
Shout out to your sister, Vanessa. I understand she's expecting.
Any second.
Any second?
Yes.
Really?
She was due February 5th, and now she's waiting. And I'm going to jump up and go there after my show because I'm super excited. So my mom and I are going to go out there. My dads are out there. My dad's already out there. Stepmom, family. We're waiting.
Amazing.
The first baby of the family.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you become
an auntie that's going to spoil.
It's good to spoil children, and I think that's an important thing of life. Love more than anything else in the world.
Yeah.
You take away the material thing, it's all about love, and I think children, that's what they look for. They don't look for anything else. I mean, as they get older, you develop needs and wants.
They're so innocent, though. I love children.
They are, and that's why I really find it hard and amazing to see why people do what they do sometimes to hurt children or not honor them or make them a part of the family. And I know it's big when, a lot of younger kids get involved with this. And I know you just scratched the surface on something I wanted to touch base on, because you said you're in the process of doing this empowerment thing for young ladies. And a lot of them, you're right, they don't have a lot of role models to resort to. But I just want to know, what are some of the feedback that you get from them at this stage of the game, what challenges they're going through in life? Because one would never think a 16-year-old or 18-year-old or even a 22-year-old is faced with a lot of challenges at that stage.
Well, it's a lot of pressure growing up. Since there's social media now, a lot of the times they're looking at things and feeling like maybe I need to look this way or maybe I should be this way. So it's about stepping in and teaching them, that it's okay to be yourself. I feel a lot of times people want to duplicate themselves through somebody else instead of being their own unique self. And they're so talented and amazing, The events that we actually do, my partner Carrie Burst and I, it's called Girl Talk Takeover, and we give the girls something they want and need all in one. Like, so it's important to allow them to we do makeovers. So we'll give them like hair, nails, and makeup. And we have people come in and volunteer their time. And they do that for them. And that really helps with their self-confidence. But then we also teach them about sexual education and health and all of that. Their community stuff they can do in their area. Because sometimes their parents are busy working.
Right.
So they don't know what to do on their free time. So instead, we teach them what's in their area. What can you do? What can you get extracurricular activities for college, So these girls are really inspired, and we did it in July, and it was completely successful.
Where did you do that?
We did it at the Boys and Girls Club in Newark, Boys and Girls Club in Newark, and they were from 6 years old to about 13 years old. And it was incredible. It was 250 girls.
Wow.
We're doing it again this year. I can't announce where yet, but we're doing it again, and I'm really excited about it.
It's so important. I strongly encourage you to keep doing it and keep touching those lives, because those lives are so quintessential. And obviously, kids look up to you because of who you are, and of course with many things that you're doing, and it's exciting to them, and I hope that you spark many careers, because I know we have so much talent in our communities, and they just don't get a chance to express themselves and grow. So that's a great challenge for you.
But see, that's why I've opened up that platform on my website to be able to help emerging designers and new designers who don't have a place for that, because a lot of times you're new and people take a while to believe in you. But I could see talent, and I know it's hard being a designer coming up, because I'm a designer and my line's not even out yet. But I know that helping them and putting them on the platform I have could help, because somebody will see those designs. So I have that platform available for these designers that are coming up, and it's important to me. Like, even on my website, angelaim.com, up and coming musicians, I like to spotlight them. Every couple weeks we'll spotlight new musicians.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's really important.
That's good. I mean, look, you're a fashionista. There's no question about that. You've been bitten, and you're gifted, and you have vision. So if you have vision, I know that there's a wonderful career that's still in the process of blooming for you in great ways. You're just doing women's lines right now?
Well, on my website, no, we sell men's wear and females wear, and I sell hair and accessories. It's a fun place.
Hair thing, ladies, is a big thing these days. Something tells me I missed it out on the big market, but the hair thing is huge right now. We're going to go back on air, y'all. Thank you for locking in with us online. I always say that you get a lot behind the scenes, and you are getting it tonight with Miss Angela Simmons. Don't forget to log on to angelaim.com, and you'll find out a lot of information. And I like the way that you set it up, where a person can put their information in, and I guess they become a part of your circle, so you give them newsletters and stuff like that.
Totally.
Things? 107.5 WBLS. Sitting down with the fashionista herself, Angela Simmons, is joining us tonight. Angela, like I said just a moment ago, you but you watched many opportunities of her and her family on Run's House on MTV, and it was a fun series while it lasted. And the kids all got big. The kids are doing some wonderful things. You must be very proud of your brothers and sisters. They're
so much bigger than me now. It's so crazy. But I am super proud of my family, and I'm just like, wow, they grew up so quick.
Life goes by so quickly. Look at you. Look what you're doing at 26 years old.
Yeah.
You're doing
you're saying 26. I'm like, that flew.
So by.
I was
so
just
quickly.
at home.
I know. I remember seeing a couple of episodes where you were just at home, and now you're doing your own thing in a great way. We should tell everyone that you do have a line that's emerging. You're doing a big fashion show. This is Fashion Week in New York City, and you have a big show.
Yes, I'm working on a fashion presentation for my website, shop.angelaim.com.
What can we expect at your presentation?
A lot of fun and neon, and it's about, to me, the talent that's going to be there, the live artists that I have. I have some really great artists that are coming in and painting. And then I'm also going to have amazing clothing that's going to be on display. So it's a fashion presentation, but like a party all in one. Yeah.
I like that. And that's a little different. Tell me about pastry.
Pastry is a line that my sister and I started about 7 years back. And, it was a period in my life that my sister and I grew together, and we had this line together, and then we kind of branched off and started doing our own thing.
So pastry is, safe to say, pastry has come to an end?
For my sister and I, yes.
Okay, so now it's all about just you starting up a line. You said you're doing designing, though?
Yes, I am a designer. There's nothing quite yet that I'm launching, but I'm working on my website right now.
Now, it's strictly going to be for, when you just start your creative process, I just want to kind of know, because, us men, even mature men like myself, we need that new vision. We want to look fresh. We want to look too dated, but we want to look, just right. So do you think you'll think about?
Yeah, I love men, so I would do menswear and not like that.
Well,
but I'm saying, like, I love menswear. I think it's awesome.
Right.
But, you know, I'm going to focus more on the female
I understand.
stuff. Yes.
From shoes to
Bags to everything.
Angela Simmons, she is full of a lot of creative ideas. I can't wait to see how they unfold. 1-855-453-6694. Should you accept extreme gifts from someone that you don't plan on dating seriously? I don't think you should accept any kind of gifts until you date them for a while. You are a single lady, I assume.
I'm single.
Well, you can see the eye movement I see. Is that a good thing or a bad thing that you
I'm
say?
married to my career.
That's a good thing, because you know what? Men will always be there for you. But when dating, when is there, how long should you date before you actually start getting serious?
I think that just depends on you and the other person. I really don't put a time on that. I'm not going to sit here and say you should date someone for a year. Some people fall in love and get married in a year and are together for the rest of their lives.
How we don't know if it's infatuation, though?
I think it's different, case by case.
Really?
Case by case.
Okay. That's her perspective. Let's get your perspective tonight. 1-855-453-6694. Welcome inside of Confessions of Love, baby, on the Quiet Storm. The fashionista, Angela Simmons, with us tonight. And I want you to share with us some of the things that you hope to do as the year continues to unfold for you.
Well, I'm working on a couple television projects that I hope to be able to talk to you guys soon about, which I can't really speak on now, but the main thing I can speak on is my website for right now, which is angelaim.com, shop.angelaim.com. And, yeah, I just hope you guys get to see all this unfold.
So there's a hope. Is there an interest in you outside of fashion to do other creative things? Like, I mean, do you
Totally,
enjoy
I'm
acting?
doing fitness stuff, and
I can see you coming out with your book and
yeah, I have a lot going on.
You do have a lot going on. I know Russell, your uncle, introduced you to the yoga thing. And how does yoga help you lose weight?
Well, you do sweat in yoga, but it's really great mentally for meditation. And, you know, because while you're doing these different yoga poses, you're focused so much on doing the poses that it kind of distracts you from everything else going on in your life. So when you walk into doing yoga, you know, like you kind of like forget about everything else for that moment. So it's great. Fitness
is really important, not only for obviously older people as we get older, but it's really an important issue now with the younger generation. Because a lot of the programs have been extracted from school, and kids are really doing everything social media, so they're not really moving around like a lot these days. So I know it's challenging at times. I just came off of a very interesting diet with Dr. Ian Smith, his new Super Shred. Do you recommend, what's the easiest, or what suggestions would you recommend for people to take approach? And I know everyone is different.
Well, I think it's just about eating clean, and it's also about portions.
Are you a vegan?
I'm vegetarian.
You are?
I've been vegetarian for about 5 years. So I just think it's about portion control, and, you know, you can't overdo it, but you don't have to be extreme about your diet. But I do think that if your goal is to lose weight, that you have to kind of scale back from so many carbs. Don't cut them all out, because it does give you energy in the gym, and you do need that because you don't want to just be burning like nothing.
Right.
But it's about portion control and knowing when to stop. You know, if you have a nice portion, and you can do that.
A lot of people think that because a person is a vegetarian, they
don't eat anything.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I get that all the time. I'm like,
strictly tofu?
No, funny part is I don't really eat tofu.
Well, what do you eat? I mean, I don't mean
brown rice, beans,
vegetables, a lot of
vegetables. I love Italian food. I know that's carbs, but I do love Italian food.
So you treat yourself every so often.
But you could still eat Caribbean food. Like, there's food you can eat. Veggie patties. The list goes on.
But you know what? A lot of one thing I have a hard time with is something that's healthy for you in calories, is low in calories, but it's high in sodium. So is it really good for you? Especially in our community, because, you know, the salt content is an issue.
You don't want too much salt, yeah.
Right. With high blood pressure, and obviously the sugar intake, you have to watch numbers. You're watching numbers early, and that's a good thing, because you're getting started on a wonderful track. But a lot of people get into it close to my age, which is much later.
Right.
So we have to pay attention to our numbers a lot more effectively. But I'm learning that, there are kids these days in their late teens or early 20s that have like early diabetes and, maybe type 1 diabetes. So, I mean, that's why I'm trying to kind of get a feel for, your recommendations and your suggestions on, just the intake.
Well, it's about being more green. I mean, definitely more vegetables and green juices and juicing for yourself. Definitely cooking at home more. It's way healthier to eat at home than to eat out.
Well, but you're always on the go. So
I know. I was going to say that. But when I'm home, I cook.
So you're
prepared.
prepared.
But if not, you could do salads and other stuff like that.
So you prepare.
I try to prepare to my best ability.
She's very detailed because she's a Virgo.
I am a Virgo.
And she's the other side, totally on the other side of Virgo where I am at. I'm more of a slob, and you're more of a neat freak, from what I've understood.
Yeah, I'm pretty I need that there, this goes here, okay. I know where everything's at.
Little OCD in you.
No, not completely.
No, just one. I said a little. A little.
All right, Tad.
Okay, a tad. I mean, and that's a good thing to do. But I think when for me, it was hard for me to maintain a diet because I'm a terrible preparer. But obviously, lifestyle change, working out, you get it in first thing early in the morning, it's really, really important.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Her name is Angela Simmons, and she's with us tonight. We're talking about the many things that she is up to these days and what we can expect ahead. I know you have a crazy schedule, and I appreciate you coming in to us to sit down with us tonight. And I know you don't do too many interviews, so I want to thank you for this opportunity, totally. But I want you to please share with everyone how they can keep up with you on your social network, and or is it everything right there on your website?
On Instagram, I'm Angela Simmons. On Twitter, I'm Angela Simmons. And on my website, it's angelam.com or shop.angelam.com. It's all Angela, I guess.
Hey, look, if that's not branding, I don't know what branding is at this stage of the game. Very curious to find out, like, aside from fashion, let's delve into personal life. I know you are very family-oriented.
Totally.
And how much your family would you still incorporate, as you move forward with your business? Because obviously you need help.
Well, I always go to my family for advice. My father, my mother, my stepmom, like I go to them for everything. So they're always going to be incorporated in my life. That's just what it is.
No, I get that, and it's so important that you incorporate them because I think it helps at the end of the day. Please share with us something that we don't know about Angela Simmons.
What do you want to know that you don't know? That's the question.
We don't know a lot of stuff, and you do a very good job, and obviously your parents did a wonderful job, and just making sure that you guys grew up right, and you guys are not in the tabloids or media takeout or doing some crazy things. So, what are some of the things that you can say that you love your fans to know about you, maybe that they don't know about you so far?
Let me think. I told you I'm a vegetarian. What else is there to know that that you guys wouldn't know, though?
Well, only you would know that, Angela.
But I need a question asked because I don't know what you don't know.
Are you adventuresome?
Am I what?
Adventuresome.
Yeah, I like to.
Jump out of planes?
No, I'm not doing that.
Well, okay. See, I'm a laid back guy.
I'm a nature person. That's a good one. I like the beach a lot. I mean, I think people know that, but I like earthy stuff. And, yeah, I like to be outdoors. And I don't like the cold.
Wow. And you grew up here in New York.
I don't like it. I moved to LA for 7 years, and I just moved back.
And you're regretting the cold weather that we're getting now.
Only that, but I love New York.
LA is probably the only place on the planet right now in the States that hasn't been hit with a cold freeze. Because every place, Atlanta, Alabama, has been really
bad.
Crazy.
It's been a crazy winter.
So because you don't like cold, I would assume that you don't like outdoor winter sports.
No.
No ice skating?
I mean,
never did any
skiing? I'm just joking.
Wow, really?
No, I'm joking. Actually, I went to Colorado and I enjoyed that, but it didn't last that long because then I was inside drinking hot chocolate.
Well, I get it.
It's just so cold. I mean, I could do it for short periods of time.
It's interesting because you're not born in the summer.
I like the heat.
You like the heat?
But September's really nice.
You love to travel?
Love to travel.
Where's the most exotic and wonderful place you've been?
I'm trying to think. I really enjoyed Spain. I went to Marbella and Malaga, and I thought it was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're adventuresome when it comes to foods.
Oh, I'm picky when it comes to food. Good luck.
Really?
Yeah. So everything has to be prepared a certain way. I don't like mushrooms. I don't like cheese. I feel really bad when I take people out on a date because if I order in front of them, it's an extremely crazy order.
Well, I would assume that they would know that you're a vegetarian.
Yeah, but being a vegetarian on top of being picky is like bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
see, you just learned something.
You're not very easy to date then.
No, that's not true.
No?
No, I think I'm right.
Okay. Okay, just checking. What kind of criteria do you go for when you may have a prospect in looking for a man?
There's so many things. I mean, definitely God fearing, family man. Somebody who's adventurous and would be open minded to learning new things.
And someone just as busy as you?
I don't mind. I think that's great. Somebody who's ambitious, has some goals in life, and knows what they want out of life.
That's key.
Yeah.
That really is key. And well, you said everyone is different, so I don't know how different you are from everyone. But I think the older I've gotten, let me put it like this, the older I've gotten, the longer it takes me to get into a relationship. Around your age, I kind of did it kind of quick. So I kind of take my time. I like to kind of get to know a person, see what they like, and then if it works.
But that's a good way to go, definitely.
It's a safer way to go.
Definitely.
When you get old, you got to take it safe. You got to take it slow, for sure.
But I don't date just to date, so
You date for a relationship.
Yeah, but I date to hope that I'm going to settle down. So,
You're the second young lady I spoke to recently. One person said to me that if she dates a person for 2 years, she needs a ring.
I don't know. I'm not putting time on that.
Right. That's a good thing because I think it's really serious if you date somebody for that short period of time. I don't think you ever get to know a person in totality. That's just my philosophy. But to date with a time frame of 2 years, and if he doesn't put a ring on your finger in 2 years, you're moving on. I don't know if that's fair to the relationship.
I don't think so either. I think it just depends on the two people and what their agreement is. Period.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Angela Simmons with us tonight inside the Quiet Storm. We'll be going back on air in just a matter of moments, but thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. 107.5 WBLS. Welcome inside the Quiet Storm. Wonderful conversation. I hope that you had a chance to kind of catch it behind the scenes and online. But if you haven't, you can, after the interview is over, you can go back and rewind and kind of catch what you missed. But we are sitting with fashionista, Ms. Angela Simmons, with us tonight. And I thank you so much for coming by. A lady of your magnitude, do you find men intimidated to kind of step to you who are not in the business?
Perhaps, or maybe they don't step to me, so I wouldn't know.
Well, why wouldn't they?
I don't know. I mean, I'm saying maybe I haven't met that man that's been intimidated to walk up to me if that's the case.
Most men are not. Most men have just...
I guess they attempt it.
Okay, I guess so, okay. Angela Simmons has a lot going on in her life, and you're about to embark upon this wonderful fashion show tomorrow night as we kick off Fashion Week tonight, and I'm sure that your event is going to be phenomenal. I look for it if I can get an invite.
Of course you're invited.
Just kind of stand in the corner. I really am kind of curious of how this whole thing is going to unfold.
It's going to be really cool.
Because it seems like it's going to be exciting, fun, unpredictable.
That's how I'm feeling. That's what it's going to be.
That's great. What do you look for in fashion? What attracts Angela?
For me in fashion, overall, I think that confidence is everything in fashion. And if you believe in it, whether it's wearing it or designing it, that's so will other people. So for me, people always ask me, what trend do you wish would die? And I'm like, I don't really wish any trend would die. I just want everyone to feel comfortable. Like, I feel like I could always bring a trend back if I'm confident in it. You know what I mean? If you're confident in wearing it, then you can pull it off.
As fashion, does it evolve?
It definitely does. I mean, it goes in like a circle. It just goes back. And, we pull things from the 1970s, 1980s. It's always...
Give it a twist.
Right. It's always going back, and it's always in a circle, I feel like.
Well, who better than you?
Yes.
To find that trendy thing or that thing that you think could work with a different Angela Simmons twist on it and bring it to the forefront.
Totally. Thank you.
I wish you the best.
Thank you so
much. And I know
much.
this is not going to be the last time of us seeing the many things that you're doing.
Thank you.
I just hope that this is not the last time that you come in and share some of your life with us personally.
No, I will be back.
Angela, you're a woman of your word, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what's up. Angela Simmons doing big things in 2014, and they can catch you at
AngelaIam.com or shop.angelaim.com.
There you go. Follow her. Keep up with her. This lady's about doing some big things, not only now, but for the future. It's 107.5 WBLS.